Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to go over 7 duos that I bought back in April that I've been letting sit and hiding. If you want to see what my thoughts are on those duos, then just stay tuned. All right, so you guys, I have the 7 here that this I think was the last. If not, my next set will be the last of the order that I got from back in April when they had the 36% off. Since then, they've had other sales, like they had one around 4th of July time for 38% off. I purchased some additional items during that time. Those things are already sitting and going through their process as well. I do not like to share those items with you guys when I first receive them. I get them in the mail, spray them 10 to 12 times, put them back in their little baggies, and then I let them sit. So these have been sitting since the end of April. So what is that? April, May, June, July, 3 months. So the first one that I'm going to go over is this one here from Duo called Beleza. Is it Beleza Gold of 2023? Now this one, I got the notes here for everything. This one is inspired by J'adore L'Or from 2023 by Dior. This says it has a retail price of $235. Classification of floral with notes of orange blossom, jasmine, glandiflorum, and centifolia rose. Now, I'm going to smell these all with you. So during that April sale, I got a lot of what people would consider signature scents. So a lot of the inspired by versions of a lot of the popular designer fragrances for women. I decided to dip more into those. I know I had in the past been dipping more into some of the originals from Duo and some of more of the gourmands, but that go around I decided to get more of I still did get some of the gourmand stuff, which is what I shared in my last haul, like some of the dupes for the Bath and Body Works or Victoria's Secret lines. But I also picked up several things that was the signature scents that people that most women like to have in their collection. And some of these I've never picked up in my collection because I did not want to fork out the coins for it. So I decided to test out Duo's version of them. Even if they are close, if they're not spot on dupes, I don't care. I don't have the original, so it doesn't matter. If it smells like a good female scent, it smells like a good women fragrance to me, like a good signature scent for me, then I'm going to enjoy these. Some of these I have one of the versions of it, and I'll get to those in a minute. J'adore, I never tried any of the J'adore line, so this is the first one for me, and I can tell you right now, this smells beautiful. This smells absolutely beautiful. I love jasmine, and jasmine glandiflorum is even better. So for it, they just have the orange blossom with the jasmine, with that rose, that scent that it has. This is a beautiful scent. So I know I would get along very well with this. So I'm glad I got this one. I was a little, I never got any of the J'adore line before, not only because of the price, but also because I thought, and don't come for me, I thought it was more like an old lady scent. And I don't know, maybe it's the advertisement for it, I don't know. But for some reason, the bottle shape or whatever, it just put me in the mind of an older lady wearing it. So I never even tried to smell the scent. And I shouldn't judge the aesthetic of the bottle and prejudge the scent, but I just never was interested. When you see the price and I saw the aesthetic of the bottle, I didn't like it, so I never was interested in the scent. But this scent is beautiful. If this is what the J'adore L'Or smells like, it's a beautiful, beautiful scent. So I love that I got that one. The next one that I got was Alienated Essence. Now this one says it's inspired by Alien Essence Absolute by Mugler. They got on here that that typically goes for $398. How true it is, I don't know. But it says it's a classification of an amber woody scent. And it has notes of jasmine, cashmere wood, orris root, vanilla pod, white amber, myrrh, and incense. Now, I hauled this Alien Essence little miniature. It was part of a trio that I got. I think it was from Ulta, either Ulta or Sephora, because I was curious in the Alien Essence because it has a coconut note in it. And I do like this scent. So I was curious what this one is because it says it's the Alien Essence Absolute. So instead of forking out money on a bigger bottle of that, I figured I'll give this a go and see what I think about this. And this smells wonderful as well. And you guys, because I sprayed these so many times, and these are straights, I don't need to spray them out to smell what it smells like. This has matured very well. I really do enjoy the smell of this. Yeah. And I'm just getting a slight woodiness, sweetness, and the slight jasmine. So, yeah. So I'm sure I'm going to like this one as well. The next one I got was Her Curve. And Her Curve, of course, is Curve for Women by Liz Claiborne. But they said this is the vintage. And it is a fruity floral with notes of, it has a lot of notes of blackberry, grapefruit, peach, mandarin, orange, ylang ylang, bergamot, apricot, lily of the valley, pink peony, yellow freesia, magnolia, lotus, damask rose, cassia, cyclamen, musk, violet, iris, sandalwood, cedarwood, mahogany wood, and amber. It's a lot going on in this. I'm smelling a lot of different things. And since I'm not familiar with this scent, I had my Cocoa Shimmy on earlier today, but I'm actually gonna spray that on my skin because it has so many notes on it. I wanna. Okay, wow. All right. I'm getting a bunch of sweet florals right now. Slight berry, but not heavy on the berry. This is nice. Okay, this is nice. I'm not mad at it. I can see why this is what some people's signature scent. It is a nice, like it says, it's a nice fruity floral. I'm picking up on different florals and I'm picking up on slight fruit. So, and it's got a slight sweetness to it. So that's nice. Okay, all right. The next one I got was Absolute Crystal Glow. And I got this one because Versace Bright Crystal is one of the fragrances I have. The last time I got it, I got the smaller bottle because this has been one of my signature scents for years that I would wear. I don't went through like 2 or 3 of the bigger bottles. And you know how when you wear something over and over again, after a while, you kind of get tired of it. So the last time I got it, I just got it in this smaller bottle. What is this? This is a 1 ounce. So it's the same as about the size of these. So I got it in this 1 ounce. And I said if I finished this one that I wanted to try because they came out with the Absolute version of this one. Well, I saw that Dua did this Absolute Crystal Glow. And this is supposed to be the Bright Crystal Absolute by Versace, which retails for around 150 bucks. So classification is another fruity floral. This one has pomegranate, yuzu, water notes, peony, raspberry, lotus, magnolia, musk, mahogany, and amber. This her curve is singing. I do like that. So I'm going to actually, I don't know. I don't want to run out of room because I want to spray this one on me too. Because I'm curious about this one. It's reminding me of the other DNA, but slightly different. It has a slight more sweetness to it too. Oh, nice. Oh, I'm gonna be happy with this. Okay, it's different, but in a good way. So, like I said, I never tried the absolute version of this, but I am very familiar with this. And this one has more of a brightness in the opening. And to me, this one has a little bit more of a sweetness with the brightness. Okay, I'm going to definitely enjoy this. I'm so happy I got this. So that is a win-win-win right there. So far, I think all of these are really, because this, yeah, I'm going to enjoy all of these actually, I think. All right, so far, so good. Let's keep it going. I got 3 more to go. So this next one is in Full Bloom. And this one is, isn't that a pretty bottle? The AI generated bottles. They do a good job with the decoration on them. But this one is inspired by Jimmy Choo Blossom, but it says it was the special edition from 2018, which is probably one that I had before. I don't have it now. But Jimmy Choo Blossom, this is another one that I've loved. And this last time I got this one, I got a smaller bottle as well. Why don't you focus? There you are. You can see I'm already halfway done through the little one as well. Now this one I've had one, I think I had one bigger bottle of because I found out about this one later on. But this one here is, what size is this? A 1.3 fluid ounce. So again, around the same size as these Duas is what this one is. But this one is also a floral fruity. It has notes of exotic fruits, frangipani, sandalwood, and white musk. So this one, I'm curious because is it the original one? It has a sweet pea note. You guys, I used to be in love with sweet pea from Bath and Body Works. So they said this is the 2018 edition of the Jimmy Choo Blossom. Ooh, that absolutely smells wonderful. All right, let me spray this right here. I'm gonna try to spray it on my wrist because I want to spill it. Interesting. The exotic fruits. I am getting it's very fruit heavy. Not the same. It looked like it has this, but something else added. It smells like it has some extra fruits in here added. But it smells great. Oh, this is nice too. I am happy with these selections. Okay. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. I am very happy. That fruit, I don't know what other fruits is in there that I'm picking up on. It has a sweetness to it that is very, very nice. This is a good one for the summertime, which I think all of these you could probably wear anytime. I probably would wear this other one, Alienated Essence, more so probably spring, summer, and fall. Ooh, I like it. Yes, In Full Bloom has a yes as well. All right. All right, next to last, Princeless Princess. Now, this one is inspired by I Don't Need a Prince by My Side to Be a Princess by Killian. Inspiration that retails for normally $20 or $15. If you guys saw my Sephora haul towards, I think it was the end of last year, you would have saw that I was able to score this Killian bottle here that I have. It was a 1.7 as part of the Sephora perfume selection. You know, they curate perfumes samples in a bag, and then it has a redemption card in it of all those different fragrances that you could turn in for the actual perfume. And I saw that they had that on there for 2024 for the end of the year sales, and I was like, if no one did not see that, they missed out, because what you paid for that was well under what you would have paid for this. And I got to get it for 20% off from being a Rouge member from Sephora. So I was able to really get this for a good deal. But I wanted to see Dua's version because I know I like that scent. So this is an amber vanilla that has notes of lemon, green tea, ginger, peach, hedion, jasmine, apple, marshmallow, vanilla, and benzoin. And this is that marshmallow scent from them that has that tea note in there that is amazing. Ooh, these fragrances. I'm going to be smelling good. Good. Okay, I'm getting the lemon right off, so that is in the top note. Okay. I like the scent. I'm going to have to compare it to the Princess Killian to see how close it is. But even if it's not close, it's good from just smelling it on first impressions. And the wear test is where all of these will be at as far as how long they are longevity-wise for me, because I like my perfumes to last all day long. I don't like perfumes that last 3 or 4 hours and then they disappear. To me, that's what a body mist is for. So if I'm buying a perfume, to me, I want it to last 6+ hours at least. So that's, to me, in my book, is a good perfume. And these are supposed to be a straight perfume. So I know every perfume isn't supposed to be beast mode. I'm not talking about beast mode. What I'm talking about is I'm able to smell it throughout the whole day, 6+ hours. I don't need everybody else and their mama to smell it. I want to smell it for 6+ hours. I want to smell me that I'm smelling good for more than 4 hours. So 6+ hours. And to me, in my books, that's when it's a good perfume. If I can get a quality perfume for a good price, to me, that's a win. I keep smelling the other ones, you guys, because I'm seeing how they're drying down. Nice. All right. Good job. Good job. Good job. All right. And last but not least on this order that I'm going to show you guys was Leave It to Chance. This is one Chance by Chanel. This is one that has been a lot of people's favorites for many years. I've always looked at it, thought about getting it, and like, I don't know, because it's an EDT. And what did I just say about I want my stuff to last? And that was the complaints I kept hearing from people that was reviewing the Chance, how they loved it, but they didn't love the fact that it didn't last more than few hours on them. And I'm like, I'm not paying that much money for something that ain't gonna last. So, Dua's version. I'm going to see what I think of this, but this is supposed to be the Chance EDT version from the 2003 formulation. So this is what he duplicated. So he has it on his site as retailing for $475 if you was to buy that today. Classification of a Shipe floral and notes of patchouli, pink pepper, pineapple, hyacinth, iris, lemon, jasmine, rose, patchouli, musk, vetiver, and vanilla. I'm smelling the pink pepper note. All right, I'm gonna spray this on my hand. I know it's not good to smell fragrances technically on your hand. Maybe I'll do it on this side of my arm because I just want to see how it smells on my skin, because I do like it off the top. But I know it's some notes in here that I want to see how they're doing. Okay. Because some Shipery scents, however you say that word, Shipery, however you say it, some of those scents I don't care for. So, but this one is not bothering me at all. It has patchouli in here twice, which I'm not afraid of patchouli, but I know some patchoulis can be dirty patchoulis, and I don't want that. All right, not bad at all. I do like it. I'm just curious how it's gonna dry down. All right, so I'm not mad at any of these. I think they all develop very nicely. Yes. Yes. I'm happy. I'm happy with these. I'm very happy with these. So I'm glad I got them. I'm glad I tested them out and gave them a try. I was kind of wondering how Dua was going to do these signature scents that are very popular for some people, and I am very happy with the ones I got. I will tell you guys what I think about how they compare to some of my favorites, my old-time favorites. The Jimmy Choo Blossom, the Killian Princess, the Versace Bright Crystal. Alien Essence was one that I recently discovered last year that I enjoy. So I'll let you guys know how I think about how they compare to the other ones. But so far, so good. I have been happy with a lot of the things I've gotten from the Dua, so the Dua brand. So I'm very happy with that. But like I've said in my previous videos, but if you haven't stayed tuned in before to see any of those videos, you can check out my Dua brand playlist. But I've said it in those videos, and I'm gonna say it again. Dua likes to play the FOMO game. And don't harp on that bandwagon. Because they have so many hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of fragrances on that site, and nobody in their mama need every single one of those fragrances. Now, I'm coming from a person that went down the rabbit hole, and I know I got a lot of them. So I'm not saying not to buy them. What I'm saying is to not try to feel like you missing out every time they release something, because 9 out of 10 times they're going to restock it, and 9 out of 10 times you can get a better deal on it later on down the road. So I waited on some of these. I had them in my wish list, and I waited on them, and when the sale hit for 36% off, that's when I got these. When the sale hit for those in 38% off around the July 4th holiday weekend, that's when I picked up several more items. So wait for those higher sales that they have to take advantage of, so that you can get those things on your wish list. Now, when they releasing those things, they do their whiteboard Wednesdays and they release their stuff on Fridays, or they do these special releases on some of this stuff during whatever day they decide to throw it out there. Go on the site. You don't have to buy it. Go on there. Love it. Love it. Add it to your wish list. And then it's there for another time. And like I said, it'll come back around and get it during the sale. If it's not in stock at that time, at some point it will be. Unless, you know, and then if it won't, I mean, if it's something you absolutely gotta have and it's one of your all-time favorite scents, by all means, do you. But I'm saying about every single fragrance that is released, you don't have to buy it right at that time. So save your money, save your coins, wait for those deals, and then get it when they have the higher percentage off, and then go to your wish list, add the cart, and then you get those items for a decent price. Most of these things that I got during this deal, I think there was the Princess is normally $55, but it was on sale for $43, and then I got the additional 30 cents percent off. But all these other ones was part of their DDL lines, which is a dual designer line, which is $33. So I got them like around 20 bucks for them. So I think Her Curve and the Princess was the only ones that were both 55, but they were marked down to 43 already, and then I got the additional 36% off of them. So the other ones are normally $33, which in some people books is already a good deal on a fragrance, considering their inspired by versions amounts over $100, $200, $300, some of them. So, but I'm looking for a deal, and I try to get them even better. So I try to get them around 20 or so bucks. And to me, for 1 ounce, 1.1, or what it got, 34 milliliters of a perfume for $20. That's in a straight perfume, not a toilette. That's where it's at for me. But that's everything I have to share with you guys today. Stay tuned for more content like this from the theduabrand, makeup, perfume, fragrance reviews. Stay tuned to the channel for those things. Subscribe if you have not already. Subscribe to the channel, like and share. Do all the YouTube things. Thank you guys so much for watching. And let's see, what do we want to leave today? Let's leave a rose in the comments today. So if you stayed till the end, please leave me a rose below, as a lot of these perfumes had rose in the notes. So let's leave a rose in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.